In the quiet town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and time-worn mountains, the skies began to speak. It was the year the stars were supposed to disappear, according to the dusty books of the old library on Main Street. No one believed it. Not really. Such supernatural tales were reserved for scaring children at night, not for the rational minds of Eldridge's townsfolk. Yet, as December ambled into its final days, a peculiar silence enveloped the town. Birds ceased their songs, and the wind lost its howl. Even the river that gurgled through Eldridge streamed silently. Violet, a young astrophysicist who had returned to her hometown for peace, noticed the hush that settled over the lands. On what would be known as the final evening, Violet sat on her porch, sipping tea, overlooking the meadows now blanketed in frost. The sunset was a cascade of crimson and gold, dazzling yet somber, as if the heavens too sensed an end. The tale of the stars' disappearance echoed in her mind. She mused about celestial catastrophes, but shrugged off the ancient prophecy. As night cloaked the sky, people gathered at the Elder Grove, a clearing where townsfolk often met for celebrations or stargazing. Tonight, they assembled out of a collective, unspoken anxiety, drawn by the need to witness whatever might happen. Violet joined them, her scientific curiosity mingling with a thread of dread. Midnight drew near. The air thickened, the silence deepened. Then it happened. The stars, millions of them, constellations familiar and beloved, began to dim, as though a cosmic dimmer dialed down their brilliance. Gasps filled the grove. Even the skeptics among them couldn't deny this aberration in the cosmic order. Among the crowd was Mr. Hawthorne, the town historian and keeper of the forgotten lore. He scrambled onto a small platform, his voice shaky, projecting over the stunned whispers. "My friends," he began, "this night was foretold. But remember, it speaks not of an end, but of a test, a celestial challenge to our spirit and unity." Questions soared through the night, but the historian could only share what little he knew from legends passed down, vague and malleable as they were. Meanwhile, Violet gazed skyward, her thoughts racing, as scientific explanations battled with folklore in her mind. As the last star threatened to wink out, a child from the crowd, no older than 7, began to sing. It was a simple melody, sung softly, fragile against the overwhelming silence. One by one, others joined, their voices hesitant at first, then growing, intertwining into a chorus that swelled through the grove. And then, as if in response, the stars steadied. Their dim light held, flickering slightly, but ceasing to fade. Eyes wide with hope and disbelief, the people of Eldridge sang into the night, their voices a lifeline thrown into the vastness of the universe. As dawn approached, tinged with the soft promise of light, the stars began to regain their lost brilliance, renewed as if cleansed by the town's unified defiance against darkness. Violet, overwhelmed by the blend of science and mystique, finally allowed herself a moment of faith in the unexplainable. When the first rays of the sun seared across the horizon, the stars retreated for the day. But they would return. Eldridge had not only witnessed a celestial phenomenon, but had played a part in it, a tale that would echo through its generations. In the years to follow, the world talked of the miracle of Eldridge. Experts and scientists visited, theories were spun and debated, yet no definitive explanation could ever root itself. Still, every year, on the night the stars once dimmed, the people of Eldridge gather. They sing under the watchful skies, a tradition born of the night their voices held back the dark. Thus, the quiet town of Eldridge found its voice, and perhaps taught the heavens a lesson in resilience and hope.